Hey everybody, it's CheckDFX coming at you with another Minecraft tutorial, and today we're going to be going over how to build an ancient East Asian style lighthouse that actually works with fire. That is, that the fire will automatically turn on at night and automatically turn off during the day. So without further ado, let's get to the tutorial. So the first thing you're going to need is a 13 by 13 square area. That is, the 13 by 13 perimeter would be what is marked out by the polished diorite that I have here, and then that is filled in with a wooden floor. You also will have these logs which will be extended up as your supports on all four corners. So from here you're going to actually create the very first room at the bottom, so let's go ahead and do this so that we eventually now have a situation such as this, and we're going to keep on building this up in this manner. Now, one little building technique that you can use when you're building up towers is, in order to do this more quickly and efficiently, especially if you can't fly, is to build it up by jumping 3 blocks high. That's 1, 2, 3. Hold on the shift button and then make sure that you go to the edge. Then hold down your right mouse button and then keep holding it down and keep on going forward. And that'll help you to make sure that you be able to build much more quickly. When you turn the corner, make sure you just turn it around this way, and there you go. And just keep on going like this. And this is probably the fastest way to go about building a tower. When you're done with the walls, the next thing you want to do is, of course, build up the log supports. So we're going to get our log block and just hold that down for 3 blocks, and then we'll continue on to the next section, doing this on all 4 corners. Always remember when putting the logs up that you should always hold down your left shift key in order to make sure they don't fall off. Once you're done with all 4 logs, then you just continue on by building up, going 1, 2, 3 up. Again, repeating by holding down your shift button and your right mouse button, and keep on going forward until you get to the very corner of the wall. And at that point, you just build it up and then turn around and keep on going. So this is a very quick way of how to build up a tower without falling off and without having to miss a block. Another fast technique you could use actually is to switch blocks to the log blocks when you get to a corner. Build up your log block or your log support, then switch back and then continue on in your corner. This is actually a lot more faster than having to go back and get the logs. The key thing here is to always make sure you're holding down the shift button whenever you're moving around. By now you've probably gone up about 20 blocks or more. I would suggest at least a minimum of 20 blocks in order to make the base part of the tower actually look like a decent sized tower. It should look rectangular, not square. So the more rectangular looking or elongated it looks in height, the better. Now once you've done that, you're going to go on and actually finish off some of the detailing on this level. This includes putting doors, windows, etc. So when detailing, the first thing you want to do, of course, is to create a door. And in order to do that, I have marked the middle of my structure right down the middle here with this wooden stair block. So I'm just going to go ahead and also add 2 more on either side just to make it look a little bit more finished, and then open up a section here for the door. I'm also going to go ahead and break out this block here and replace it with some wood in order to make it look more flowing. I'm also going to take this acacia wood door and then place that right there. And there you go, we've got your entrance. Another nice thing you can do, as with most other East Asian structures, is to take out this section here for the detailing and then add colored blocks such as wool or stained hardened clay or stained clay in order to create this little effect. You can also even improve it by just going around by clicking back here and making a little bit more finished look like so. Fences should be used in order to make windows. This is because in ancient Asian times, they used to have bars instead of glass in order to keep the windows protected from anyone who tried to get in through them, instead of using glass. Of course, in more modern structures, glass is used. However, to this day, you will still see ancient East Asian homes and modern Asian homes that actually still use bars. So to do this, we're going to go ahead and punch out our little blocks here, and then go ahead and put in our fences. Whatever type of fence you want to use, you can go ahead and use. I'm using dark oak fences here, and you want to make sure that you punch these out from the inside. And also having it in a rectangular shape will give it more of a feeling of height from the outside. We can continue doing the fences on all 4 sides. Once you're done with all your windows, the next thing you want to do is actually go around and create a floor that's going to be about 2 wide right around the edge there along the wall. And this is going to be where you're going to have your second floor. Also, what we're going to do is have a 3x3 pillar that's right around here, and this is where you're going to have your winding stairway. So let's go ahead and build this up, and the way we can do this is go to 1, 2, 3, and then again hold on the shift button and go right around while holding down the right mouse button. And then continue on by going 1, 2, 3, and continue to build up. If you aren't able to fly, make sure you leave a small notch here so that you can actually jump down a bit. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to jump down a second time, and from here you're going to go ahead and install your stairs. In my case, I'm going to be using wooden stairs, and to start off you're going to put 2 wooden stairs just like so, and then you're going to keep on adding maybe a little bit more like this, and then add some more going upward like this. Now you're going to keep on going around back and forth like this, and then the second time you're going to have it upside down. Then you're going to go like this, and then here you would actually stop and make a small little platform. So let's go ahead and make your little platform, and this is going to be a 2x2 platform. Once you have your 2x2 platform built, you're going to keep on going like so, and keep on building your stairs going upward like this. When the second flight of stairs is done, you're going to go back around and actually come here and put this in, put this in upside down, and therefore it's going to end up flowing right onto the second floor. From here you're going to come back up to the second floor and fill in this space completely. You're also going to come back and fill in this area as well. Once you're done, the entire floor should look something like this, and you should be able to go down safely to the first floor. Keep building this up until you are to a certain point which reaches all the way to the top. Just to reiterate that we are actually building this up again, and that means we're going to build this pillar up first. Always keep this notch open so that you can come down safely without taking too much damage if you can't fly. If you want to know what the height distance is between individual floors, I'm actually using a height of 6 blocks high, where the floor would start at the 6th block up. I applied the same situation over on the bottom floor. This allows enough room for you to jump around in, and also makes sure that your stairs will always end up coming up right on the corner of this 3x3 pillar. And so we're going to continue building this up like so. Again, once you finish your 2 wide floor section on the top floor above, that's going to be a 3rd floor, you're going to continue on with building your stairs. I've already started here, and what I'm going to do is then just continue on with building it up just like I did the last time. Once your stairs are all the way up to the 3rd floor, again remember to come back and put the stairs upside down in order to make it have a more fluid type of look and a lot more smoother looking. You can also add log supports at the underside of these little things over here in order to make it look like it is a little bit more solid and not just floating around. Once you're done with the staircase up to the 3rd floor, you're going to continue on by filling up this area just like so. Also remember to make sure that you fill in the pillar here and that there's no gaps left. As with any build, always remember to have proper lighting. Adding in support logs to the interior also helps to give it a less flat look. As you can see, I have completed the detailing on the 2nd floor as well, adding torches to the center pillar and also having the support logs with torches on them. This offers for better lighting and make sure that you don't end up with mobs spawning inside of your structure. Continue repeating each floor up all the way to the top until you've managed to reach the top of this particular portion here. Just a small tip, you want to make sure that you do build this up in intervals of 6. That way you'll always end up with a proper number when this thing ends up coming up to the top. Another little bit of detailing that I've added was these upside down stairs, which would make it look like you've got a little bit of an angle or slant coming down this way. It also allows you to have a little bit more room for, walking around on. as it also allows you to go down underneath them fairly easily without knocking on your head. You can also add in some different colored different colored fences in order to make sure that nobody actually falls down. Now, once you've completed the first section of the tower, which is going to be your base section that comes from the ground up, you're going to start to want to build something like this, which is an indent of roofing which would lead into where your main machine area is. For this section, you're going to need your main building block. In my case is your polished diorite. Also, you're going to need stone brick stairs, stone brick slabs, and also logs, as well as wooden stairs and wooden plank blocks. Now, you can use any other block you want instead of stone brick stairs or stone brick slabs, like for instance cobble stairs or cobble slabs, for instance. But I would suggest not using any kind of wood-based stair or slab for the roofing, because if you happen to be in survival, that type of block will eventually catch fire if it is struck by lightning in Minecraft. And lightning does occur in Minecraft, and it does cause wood to combust and catch fire. And then what happens is, if you don't have a certain settings turned off that prevents the spreading of fire, you will see that your buildings, your structures, roof slowly start to disappear. So the best thing to do is go with stone-based type of roofing. In my case, I prefer stone brick in this particular case. To see here, what I've done is you have your stone brick that comes off on the side here. You can see where the logs come up on the outside of the wall and they stick out a little bit, and then you come up here, and then right around here is where you have your first level of stone brick stairs. Then right on top of the building block on this section of wall, you would have your second set of stone brick stairs, and then you'd have another one that would come up, and then you have your third level of stone brick stairs, and then you have your regular building block, which would be used to build up your wall even further. Now, another thing you want to do is add, once you get to this floor, add in an additional set of stairs to come up like this. Then what you're going to do is fill up the rest of this with wooden blocks just like that. Once the flooring is done, you're going to go again, come back over to here, and then put in your wooden stairs upside down in order to give yourself a little bit more flooring space. You can also go back if you want to and come over here and take out these blocks and replace them with wood, just to make it look a little bit nicer. See? Now it looks a lot more finished on both sides. For your first pyramid type section of the roof for the wall base here, you're going to fill this section up with your main building block for the wall. Then follow it up with this section over here for the second level. Of course, I'm going to take this one out here, and this actually could stay, but you eventually want to have something that looks like this. Next, you're going to take your stone brick stairs and then go ahead and put them around all the way on this level here until it comes full circle. You're going to do the same thing on the level below it. For the section of the roof that's going to go over here on this part of the roofing, you're first going to start by putting a stone brick stair over here and a stone brick stair over here, so that you have two blocks in between your log and your stone brick stairs on this side, and the same thing on this side. Now we're going to take our stone brick stairs and put them upside down on this side, and also upside down on this side. Then we're going to fill this up completely with stone brick stairs until you have a section like this. We're going to repeat this on all four sides. Now that we have all four sides of the roofing section done, we're going to start adding in the overhang corners, and that would be this section here where you have your two torches. To do this, we're going to go ahead and add two slabs onto your upside down stair here, and then two slabs over here. Then take your stone brick stairs, put them upside down like so, 3 of them there. Then you're going to break the one over here, place one stone brick slab here, and put another one here. Then top it off, finish it off with 2 torches for lighting. And you're going to repeat that on all 4 corners. Once completed, you should have your section of roofing looking something like this on all four sides. The next thing we're going to do is build up our walls again over here. So let's go ahead and put them all in. We're going to put 3 on this side, and then hold on your shift key and then go 3 all the way around. Once you got the first 3 layers done on the wall, you're going to go ahead and take out the 4 corners over here, 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 and over here, and replace them with log supports on all 4 corners. This should leave you with something that looks like this. Eventually we have to do this one more time, again with 3 more layers of blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and taking your log, you're going to go here, holding on your shift button, pull that up by 3, and then just like we did with the previous one, we're going to continue walking along with our shift button held down and left mouse button held down so that we can keep on building up this wall, and as well as these supports. Once you're done with building up the wall, you'll have something that looks like this, a 6 tall wall. Now on the inside, we still have something that looks like it's 7 tall. So we're going to continue building this up a little bit more from the floor part just to make it match to the outside. To do this, we're going to go ahead and fill up this section of the room with wood all the way around until it comes all the way to the stairs. Once we have something that's like this, we're going to go ahead and put some upside down stairs over here just to make it a little more room on the top area for moving around in, and then we're going to add 2 more stairs over here like so. That way you can get on far more easily, and then the wall size on the outside matches what's on the inside. Next we're going to put in our windows, and again we're going to take our dark oak fence and go ahead and take out a section of window that's going to be about 3 high, this time making it 3 by 3. We're going to repeat these holes on all 4 sides, then fill them up with fences. This should leave you with something that looks like this. Now I haven't mentioned this yet, but this is actually going to be our machine room. So this is where the first set of our mechanics for the flame smothering system is actually going to be. So this is where we get into the redstone part. For this we're going to need some redstone dust, some repeaters, a comparator, 4 sticky pistons, a daylight sensor, 12 slime blocks, a redstone torch, as well as a basic building block, which I'm going to be using obsidian just because I can, and 12 netherrack. To start off with the machine room in the redstone mechanics of this, we're going to find the center of our room and then place a block right in the middle. Then we're going to follow up by putting a block over here and then put another block over there. Then put one over here and then put a redstone torch right here. We're then going to put 4 blocks on all 4 corners. Like so. This is going to make it so that we have a little cross formation on the top. Once you have your cross formation, you're going to go ahead and extend it out temporarily like so. So that we have all 4 like this. Next we're going to get up on our cross formation and then make sure we got the sticky pistons on all 4 ends facing upward. Next we're going to take our slime blocks and put 1 on each sticky piston. Once that's done, we can get down and put slime blocks on the other sides of each sticky piston as well. Once completed, you should have something like this. Next we're going to take our netherrack while standing on top of the slime blocks and place the netherrack right on top of your slime blocks. Make sure that you use your shift button so you don't fall off. Once completed, the netherrack should look something like this, and there should be a 1 block high gap between the netherrack and the air portion of that would be here. So you have 1 block high right above the netherrack. For the next step, we have to be back here on the cross again. This time we're going to take our redstone and place a redstone dust here. Because we have a redstone torch right below this block, you're going to have power going straight to this. One at a time, we're going to go ahead and apply power to each piston by putting redstone on all 4. This extends all 4 pistons and also all of our slime blocks and netherrack so that it stays in a position that looks like this. Once your pistons are in an extended formation, you can go ahead and take off the blocks that are below them. These were only used for placement and are not necessary. This will also allow you to have a lot more room to move around in. Next is the triggering mechanism that's going to cause the pistons to retract and extend when daytime comes. To do this, we're going to use a daylight sensor as well as a comparator and redstone repeater as well as some redstone dust. What we're going to do is first create an STP. If you have known me from my previous tutorials, you'll see from my very first one that this mechanism looks something like this. And that's your basic for an STP. We're going to create the pulse to be at 4 ticks and then go ahead and extend this off into this redstone torch inverter that we've created over here. If you want, you can actually control the flow by going ahead and putting another repeater like this. Doesn't hurt to do so. Next, we're going to take a repeater and point it into your redstone dust like so, and follow that up with a daylight sensor. As you can see, it right there, it already did extend and retract. So if I go ahead and disconnect the circuit here and then quickly reconnect it, you'll see the pistons go up and down fairly quickly. That completes the flame smothering mechanism. And for the next section we're going to do is where the flames are actually going to sit just below a roofing section and also the lighting section for the flames. Now to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to fill this section up where the netherrack is with stone or any other building block which you may think actually looks suited to your taste. In this case I'm going with stone. You can continue on with using polished diorite, stone brick, or anything of the like. However, my suggestion to you would be not to use any wood. Again, for the same reason, wood catches fire and we have fire on the netherrack. Once completed, you should have something that looks like this. For the next part, we're going to add another roofing section like this. Before we do that, we'll have to reduce our section here because we were just using that as a measure. Our roofing is going to start between here and here around this start here. We're going to fill this up just like so, and then we're going to have our upside down stairs placed like so. And we're going to do this for all 4 sides. Once the first level is done, you should have something that looks like this. For the next level, we're just going to go ahead and put right side upstairs all around the entire area where our diorite was initially taken off. Once completed, you should have something that looks like this. Next, we're going to complete our overhangs. Just like before, we're going to go ahead and stick 3 slabs like this and put another one like that. So then we can go ahead and stick our upside down stairs like this. Followed up with a slab here, take out this slab, this double slab here, and place a slab here. As always, don't forget your lighting. Make sure to repeat this on all 4 corners. To improve the look of this, we can also take out these fences and replace them back with walls. That way you have a window that actually looks far better than if you have a section like this. Make sure to repeat the process on all 4 sides if you do choose to go this route. By now you can see that our tower is starting to take some shape. Next thing we're going to do is to create the actual lighting mechanism for the fire, which is going to be in the final roof section of the lighthouse. To do this, we're going to first get our support blocks, and in this case I'm using logs, and put them on all 4 corners. We're also going to go ahead and break out this area here so that we have some room to work in. Because what we're going to do is also take 3 logs going up like this, break out the bottom 2, and then you're going to take a dispenser and place it upside down like so. We're going to take a total of 9 dispensers. If you're flying, hold down the shift button and the space button at the same time in order to place your dispensers. Otherwise, it's going to just try and open the thing up. Now, in this case, we're also going to do the same thing again. Place 1 log like this, break the 2 there, and actually we can do that on all 4 sides. Once we've done that, you can go ahead and try and put all of your dispensers like so. Once they've been placed, all 12 of the dispensers should be facing downward like this, and they should appear like this way. You can then remove the logs that you used to place them and leave them hanging in that manner, just like that. You're then going to go ahead and take the block that you used to fill this area up and fill it up again. So now we have something that looks sort of like this, with the dispensers floating in midair. The next thing we're going to do is come up to the dispensers and go ahead holding the shift button, the left shift button down, and fill this area up with a filler block, such as stone. In the center of the filler block square, we're going to go ahead and put our daylight sensor. We're also going to right click on it so that it only detects the lack of daylight instead of trying to detect daylight itself. Then we're going to go ahead and put redstone dust all around it. This will power all the blocks that are adjacent to the dispenser, so that when it switches on, you can hear the little click noise. That means the dispenser has been activated. Once you have this set up, come back down, and what you're going to do is hold down your left shift button and put your filler blocks on all four corners. In this case, I'm suggesting that we use cobblestone, because cobblestone blends in typically with dispensers. You should finally end up with something that looks like this. From here, we're going to build the roof section. We're going to start by putting your stonework stairs all around. First, by doing it on all four corners. We're going to have two facing in opposite directions. Then, while standing on one of the stairs, hold down the shift button and keep on placing stairs like so. You can also jump and do this at the same time. The reason that we're holding down the shift button, again, is to make sure that we don't end up doing something like this when we right click and open up the dispenser's inventory. So holding down the shift key actually helps us to keep us from doing that. Next, we're going to take some stonework slabs and put them all around like so. Make sure to leave a small hole in the top so that you have enough room for the daylight sensor to pick up any daylight. Follow this up by coming down, holding your left shift button and putting 3 stairs on top of all of your dispensers. The stairs in this section should be right side up. Next, we're going to place upside down stairs on all of the cobblestone corners like so. Once that stage is done, you should have something that looks like this. Next, we're going to use our half slabs in order to build something that looks like this on all 4 corners. From here, we're going to then use our stairs, and upside down, we're going to place these stairs on all 4 corners as well. At this point, you should have something that looks like this. Next, we're going to take our half slabs again, this time knocking out the half slabs at this point, which are right above the log posts, the supports that we have, and put one back in, then put one over here. Essentially, we're doing the same thing that we're doing with that section over there, where the overhangs. Remember to add in your lighting by putting torches as well, just like with the other overhangs. This is going to help to prevent any type of mobs from spawning on top of the roof. Once completed, you should have something that looks like this. For the next part, we're going to need a total of 108 flint and steel. That's a few inventories full. This is going to mean you're going to need quite a bit of iron ingots and flint if you're going to be doing this in survival. For this part, you're going to have to come up to the roofing section and climb up just right, and then you're going to right click on the dispenser and then to just fill it up with flint and steel. You have to do this with every single one. However, the nice thing is the way that Minecraft runs, this flint and steel will last you quite some time. A small correction in regards to the flame extinguishing mechanism, and that's in regards to the positioning and placement of the daylight sensor. Make sure you do not place it right next to the redstone torch as I had placed it before. What happens if you do that is that the daylight sensor will end up picking up even the faintest amount of light from the redstone torch, and therefore it will always stay activated. Another thing you may want to do is keep 2 redstone dust between the daylight sensor and also the first repeater, and then have it go on through a longer redstone wire into the comparator STP. Also, for the final portion of the roof where we have the flame igniting mechanism, for the supports, don't use logs. I just found that out the hard way. The moment that the flames ignite, the logs will catch on fire and eventually they will disappear. So now that we've completed the entire structure, Let's go ahead and test out our lighthouse. First, we're going to set the time to night. And there goes your flame. Next, we're going to set the time to day. And then your flames are extinguished. If you want to have a close-up look at what's happening, let's go ahead and see that again. You hear the click. That means the dispensers have allowed the flint and steel to combust or ignite the netherrack below it. And then if we go ahead and turn this off, turn this back to daytime, there you see the netherrack was retracted by the pistons below and then set back up again. This extinguishes your flame. And that's the end of our tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to make a working ancient East Asian lighthouse. I know that I had some fun doing this with you guys, and hope you enjoyed this. If you do like it, please click that like button and also hit subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, please leave one in the comments below, and just remember to keep it clean. This is Check the Effects signing out. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.